Hello, gender and justice learners, and welcome to our last unit overview. So this is the step-by-step guide for unit number 8. I really appreciate you sticking with me this entire semester. It's been a really awesome semester. So for unit number 8, as our last unit, make sure that you're doing things like checking all of your grades on the grade book. Make sure it all looks right. Email me if something looks off. Turn in any late work that you've been, maybe sitting on or thinking about doing. Turn that in before December 13th. I want to make sure that everyone ends with a really strong, December. Remember that you're allowed to skip one quick facts check-in. So if you haven't done that yet, maybe this unit is the unit that you do that. You still have to complete the work on your organization, right? And our last Be Thoughtful assignment, but you don't have to do the readings for unit 8 and you don't have to do the quick facts check-in for unit 8. Only 7 of the 8 possible quick fact check-in assignments this semester count in the grade book. So if you, have done them all and you've gotten a, 4 out of 4 on all of them, then you don't necessarily need to do this one. However, if you, have done them all, but you didn't get a grade on one of them, maybe forgot to go back and change some things for an answer that you got wrong, you missed one, then definitely go ahead and do this. So in this video is also when I'm going to talk about what constitutes your final. So let us go take a look at unit number 8 together on Blackboard. Here we are landing on the home page for Gender and Justice. A reminder that I have provided links just to make it easier to access. Links to the last Be Thoughtful assignment, which is due at the end of unit number 8. And then also a link to review your peers' presentations on their organizations, which constitutes your final. These are also embedded in unit 8. So if you scroll down and you find unit number 8, it goes from November 29th through December 13th. It's a bit of a lighter unit. And again, tasks 3, 4, and 5, these are your assignments. So this video will be here. Again, remember to, also check your grade in the grade book. See how many points that you've earned in total. So if you've earned, 89 points, that means you're at 89 right now in the class. And so you just need, 4 more points to get to a 93, which is an A, right? So you're trying to get to your goal grade. So see how many points total you currently have and see what it'll take to get there as you figure out, perhaps judiciously how you're going to divide up all your time between all your classes for this semester. Again, I did give 3 points of extra credit to everyone in the middle of the semester, and some of you have already racked up extra credit points from the 3 extra credit options earlier this semester. So this video will be here for task 1. Then task 2 is everything to read, watch, and hear. Again, a little bit of a lighter unit. I will do another video for the content here. But 2 readings, really wrapping up our discussions of feminist abolitionism. So this is a piece from Angela Davis, a very well-known Black feminist scholar, activist, professor. And she's written many, many books and many pieces over her life. And so this is an excerpt from Freedom is a Constant Struggle, Ferguson, Palestine, and the Foundations of a Movement. Angela Davis is very well known as a feminist abolitionist, and so this is a really great summary of theories and practices of feminist abolitionism for the 21st century, which is what we're in today. So this was actually a speech that she delivered at the University of Chicago a few years ago, but is still very, very relevant today. I also want you to read a piece, and this relates to the picture here, Professor Davis's FBI Most Wanted poster. What it means to resist state violence, how you're targeted. So Angela Davis and Assata Shakur, who you may have heard about in other classes, right, share in their experiences of being Black women who were targeted by government and by policing, this idea of state repression because they were freedom fighters. And so I want you to, kind of read through this and understand what it means to be women outlaws, or what we might say, fierce advocates for gender and racial justice. So read those two things, and then if you're interested in learning more after the class ends, I just have a couple links here, links to the movement for Black Lives Matter, and just a pop culture piece about how Black women have consistently been trailblazers for social change, to help guide you as you continue on your own journey as fierce advocates for gender justice. Then the assignments. As usual, you have a quick facts check-in. This quick facts check-in is really a chance for you to reflect on what you've learned so far. Then task number 4 is your Be Thoughtful assignment. This is the second and last Be Thoughtful assignment. So this is the second and last Be Thoughtful assignment. As with the previous one, you can be as creative as well as thoughtful as you'd like to be. So some of you did do poems. Somebody did a TikTok and it was amazing, a few TikToks. Somebody did it as like a journal entry. Someone wrote a letter. So it doesn't have to be an essay, right? This is due by the end of this unit. So by the end of this unit, I want you to answer the question, what makes your organization a feminist abolitionist organization? So the organization that you've been studying all semester, right, on Blackboard. What makes your organization a feminist abolitionist organization? I even provide hints. So if you're studying Audre Lorde or the Sylvia Rivera projects, right, here are some hints for where you can look to draw your quote. And so, I'm trying to guide you so you're not just at a complete loss for like, where do I look to find a quote that is relevant? Where do I look to find a reading that is relevant? Then I want you to create another poem, TikTok, essay, letter, artistic expression, whatever it is, and answer to the question, what makes your organization a feminist abolitionist organization, using at least one reading from our class to help support your position. When you complete it, right, you can upload it to Blackboard or you can hyperlink, right? So provide me the links to your Insta or your TikTok or whatever platform it is that you use. That's totally, totally fine. So task 1, 2, 3, 4, that's really the tasks for unit number 8. Task 5 is bringing you to our final. And our final, and you can also click on it over here, review your peers' organization, presentations, worksheet. You click on it, brings you to the same spot, task 5 in unit number 8. So this isn't due until December 17th. It's worth 5 points, so not a lot of points, but if you're on a cusp between 2 grades, 5 points will pop you up. It would change you from, a B or B plus to an A or A minus, right? So the worksheet is here. The directions are up here. The links to everyone's presentations are here. And so twice, explore an organization other than your own. You'll still tell me which one you studied, but tell me which ones you decided to explore and then answer the questions 2 through 6 for each one, right? So you do it up here and then again here for a second organization. This way, when you leave the class, you'll be familiar with 3 organizations that engage in fierce advocacy for gender justice, that engage in fierce advocacy for sexuality justice, that do so with an inclusive, intersectional, racial justice lens, right? These are feminist abolitionist organizations, right? Not looking at reforming the criminal justice system, reforming police. We've been trying reforms for decades and they have not worked. So, and there's reasons why they haven't worked, and that's what you've been learning about all semester, right? The ways that racism and sexism are embedded into the founding of this country are embedded into the social systems that guide our everyday lives. So feminist abolitionists are arguing we need to abolish and build something new, that visionary feminism, right? That abolitionist possibilities. So once you complete the worksheet, just then, don't do it as a text box, just browse and attach. Or, if you want to create a Google Doc and send me over to your Google Doc, that's totally fine as well. So that's it, just a very quick overview, step-by-step guide for unit number 8, the final unit for our class, Gen 205, Gender and Justice. Please reach out if you have any questions. Text me, remind, email me. I am here to ensure your success in the class and thank you to each of you for your work this semester, for your attentiveness, your creativity. And, I've seen growth. I've seen your brains grow and change, and it's really awesome to see that. And I'm hoping that you see that too, especially with this final assignment where you're being thoughtful, as well as reviewing, your peers' groups, right? Like you have learned what gender and justice can look like. And that's really awesome. Please keep in touch. I'm happy to answer questions about this class, future classes. I'm also the Gender Studies Program Director. So if you are curious in majoring or minoring, because this class counts for Gender Studies majors and minors, and it's usually just for, it is just for Gender Studies majors and minors, but I know some other programs include us as a potential requirement or actual requirement for their programs. So thank you so much to the Gender Studies majors and minors who are in this class. You have gotten down your only sophomore level class that you needed to complete. Hopefully now you're moving on to the Feminist Methods class and your electives. Again, I am here to help in multiple ways. Please reach out with any questions. I wish all of you a quick, smooth wrap up to the end of the semester here. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you online.